clouds. Winged Sakura. Birds, birds, birds. Alright. Just gotta get my thing going on my phone so that I can see chat. Alright. Thank you everybody for your patience. So last we left off, the party had headed back to the frontier, the place this campaign began. It's been a like 4 months and some change since the Zelk incident, where a lich attempted to rise to goddom. The party fought him, and he sort of created a black hole that fucked up Zelk. And since then, the party has sort of been involved in fighting the Order of the Eyes, a shadowy organization made up of purple-robed figures that have been running around machinating behind the scenes of world powers. Currently, the party has found themselves back on the frontier in a place called Yurts and Trees. They got there after running back into Bay, Heartfall, and Winlith Wintershadow, two people from a circle of druids in the Weald to the west of Zelk that met the party in Fortport. The party was informed that Bay and Winlith have been chasing around a gnome man, because the party actually saw this gnome man, and upon Oniker attempting to cast a spell at him, he absorbed Oniker's spell and disappeared before your very eyes. After that, Winlith and Bay brought you back to Yurts and Trees to sort of like plan with you all and inform you about what's been going on, giving you all a chance to rest. On your way to Yurts and Trees, you're all sort of like walking and catching up, talking between yourselves, especially Oniker and Bay, because they haven't seen each other in a while, I'm sure. But Oniker's newly met sister, Gisela, all of a sudden goes, "Oh no." She looks at the group and goes, "I'll try and let you know what's happening as soon as," and then boom, she's gone.
Ah, what? That's not normal.
Anakor will run over, like, to where she was standing and, like, look around, befuddled, like, what, wait, what the, wait.
Okay, so, Oniker, you'll recognize the smell of, like, the salamander's rest. Like, the faint, sulfuric, like, volcano-y scent that permeated the rest. But you assume that that's probably what Magnaria smells like, too. So, Graveheart, you've actually had experience with this sort of thing before. This is what happens when a god summons one of their minions. Because that's what happened to you. You just got pulled out of nowhere. You knew what was happening, and we're gone.
Wait a minute. I think your dad called her back. Ah! Yeah.
But with that,
My character voice totally changed.
but with that, the rest of what happened at the end of last campaign or last session happened. You all made your way to Yurts and Trees. You had a look around. There's a bunch of like stoners and things, just hippie individuals living here. As you're sort of scanning all of the people that are living here, one person really stands out. There's a little humanoid raccoon who I imagine begins to pester the woman that he's been looking for as she returns to the little settlement. Would you please introduce your character to us, Kyle?
Hi, my name's Meep. I'm Meep Gables. I've been here looking for Bay. Her mother and father want her to come back to the Weald.
Hello.
About the same height, maybe a little taller than Mika. It's a little raccoon fella in some robes, very druidic looking. Bay's sort of like waving him off as she comes back in, like just seeing everything's okay here. But she goes, things are really getting crazy here, it seems. The robed fellas that you guys are after, they've really been fucking around in that tree. But the gnome guy, he's really been giving us the runaround all over the place. He's been setting stuff up in the woods here.
Is it time to make them find out?
Well, I figured you all had enough dealings with him that you might know better how to, proceed at this point.
I've got a couple ideas.
Does any of those include violence?
Yeah, pretty much all of them.
We're gonna have to deal with little spell stealing shit gnome.
They steal spells? Do you get them back?
No, it turns them into a bunch of coward teleportation spells and it leaves instead of fighting like a man.
Oh.
Ah, you mean he's not a 12-year-old?
Perhaps
That's
we
either one.
can use his fleeing to our advantage. Like maybe we lure him to a place and like what I'm saying, like essentially just try to capture him.
Without magic.
I mean, if I remember, there are people out there who will use lures and traps without any magic to hunt for animals. Maybe we can use something similar.
I've got a big staff. I can bonk him on the head with it.
Well, I could shoot him an arrow, so he can't go anywhere if he's got arrow through his head.
Yeah, we might need to talk to him.
I mean, tea?
Poison the tea. Knock him out. That works great.
Well, like I had said before, I do see them both all around the tree. There is two of them. There's the gnome guy, and then there's another guy that doesn't look like he's doing so hot.
Maybe we can catch that one.
Well,
Does that one also take your spells?
not sure. Haven't actually engaged the rough-looking fella. I've only seen him around the tree when we're scouting over there. But the gnome guy, I've seen him all over the woods. He's been running around the Forever Forest, around yurts and trees, and all the way out to the east. I don't know if he's going to the gnome village or if he's doing something in the pass.
Hmm.
So you said he's setting something up. Do you know what he's setting up?
Oh, yeah, well, I don't know about what they're setting up at the tree. They're doing something with it. It's like you told me about points of powers, right? I'm assuming that's what the tree is. It's one of them points of power and they're trying to do something with it. But he just sets fucking traps up in the woods. Like he's setting traps. Like they're illusion magic. He does crazy fucking ugh.
Does he seem to respond to the traps? Does he come if one triggers?
Sort of like if I've set off his traps, I sort of get befuddled. Usually, is what I see happen, and I end up somewhere I didn't expect to be, or I see something fucked up, and it kind of addles me or something. But he always comes and like resets his traps later, so like not always the same spot, but in like this, like he's trying to keep the area hindered.
So, none of the traps that he has set has killed or harmed anyone severely.
Not that I'm aware of. I think he specializes in illusions.
Hmm.
How long that illusion doesn't lead to a cliff that where you don't know it's a cliff until you fall.
Add something to DM notes.
Sorry, guys.
Well,
No.
if he's just setting up traps, kind of being a dick about it, I think our best plan of attack would probably go to the tree, because I'm pretty sure if we made some sort of move on the tree, it might be an all hands on deck kind of scenario, and that could bring him into Lua. Or we could still go after the tree and cut him off from his lifeline of his other weirded hooded clan mates and deal with him afterwards. But it
I
does
get-
feel like if we go ahead.
I could ask one of my squirrel friends or someone to see if they could see what's going on. I can speak with many types of animals.
Yeah, squirrels make great soup.
Well, maybe not this one if he's helping us, but you know.
I'm gonna motion to the owl that is perched on my horn, and this is Hypnos. He gets bigger. He's kind of his own person. I can't say whether or not he's gonna eat your small rodent friends.
Well, I might be able to talk to him too.
Oh, he speaks common. He speaks to anybody.
Oh, hi. And I wave my little hand.
Hello. As you look at this owl on Oniker's horn, it is like looking into it is like looking into the heart of the forest. It looks like a night sky with the like top of forest trees as you look through it.
Well, I just look into him and I'm like, oh, you have really nice eyes.
You can give me a nature, religion, or arcana check if you'd like.
Sure, I think I'm gonna go with. Let me see here. Okay, I'm bad at all of those equally, so we'll do nature. 14.
You come from a circle that knows Arin's story. This thing is like an embodiment of the goddess Sylph, Arin's mother, who formed your circle.
So I can kind of sense that, yeah.
Yeah, you recognize that this thing is like the heart of the forest.
I see. So I kind of like get down on one knee and I'm like, oh, you know, I'm so glad you're here to help us. I too am one of the forest, but seeing another, you know, the heart of the forest here it really brings me a lot of relief, you know? I'm pretty far out from my home, farther than I've ever been, so seeing you here is kind of helping.
Oniker will reach a hand down to help him back up from his knee and be like, I'm not from around here either. It's welcome to the club. We're kind of all a little bit of a displaced family, and Hypnos was a bit of a gift sent to help, but he's mostly nice. But as I said, I don't know his appetite for animals. I think that you and my small friend Mika here have been safe because you're a bit larger than what I think even him at his full size would try to eat.
Well, you know, the force gives and it takes, so you can't be mad about what it wants.
Hypnos kind of like turns his head to do the like owl head cock thing, and he goes, I haven't discussed it with you, Oniker, but I do sustain myself on the ley lines.
You eat magic energy. That's pretty cool. So it's like photosynthesizing. You really are a plant.
In some ways.
I rub him under the chin like every owl video.
Wait, does that mean you do discrete something? Cause plants. How much is the level of science here? Can I say?
Hypnos kind of whoos curiously and starts explaining essentially metaphysics of this world to you in a way that you probably don't quite understand. But he more or less explains that he absorbs ley line energy and cleans it of like what makes a person and returns it to the ley line so that it can be reborn as a new person. And that's how most magical creatures sustain themselves.
Wow.
So in a way,
really cool.
all magical creatures are a part of the wheel of reincarnation in this world.
Well, I didn't understand half the terms, but I am happy to hear that.
Oniker looks like something might have shut off in his brain. He's a little dead behind the eyes right now. Somebody might need to snap in front of him to get him back.
Hypnos proceeds to cough out an owl pellet.
Aren't those supposed to come out the other end?
That insinuates that this thing eats for fun, not for sustenance. This thing eats for flavor.
Hypnos does not say anything to that.
I don't
Yeah.
blame him. I eat way too many berries, even after I'm not hungry anymore, because they taste really good.
Bay's gonna sort of rub her chin. She's gonna look at this interaction and she'll say, Meep, can you look after these guys for me? I promise if you help them deal with this issue they're handling, I'll go back home and I'll talk to my parents.
Okay, I suppose, but whenever you come back, you don't have to walk far. We can just, go through the trees and we'll find it.
Yeah, that's a normal thing.
I just kind of use a little bit of druid craft to make like a flower appear in my hand.
And I turn and look at Valen. It's not just something your freaky party can do. Yeah. Oh, wait. I'm one of them.
I guess so.
Well, new friends, what do we want to do next?
I think our best course of action is to get to gather some supplies and prepare and head to the tree. Because if the gnome is just doing pestering things, that's a pest. But if we can take care of the source, the nest, the pest will have nowhere to return to, and they'll either try to go out in the blaze of glory for their people, for their god, whatever sort of geopolitical BS they want to die for, or they're going to go into hiding and come back later with some sort of bullshit power artifact, and then we stab them.
Okay,
To me.
I can do a bonk. Are we gonna like burn down their tree?
No. Please,
Okay.
please, no burning down trees.
Okay, cool, because I don't really want to do that. I like trees.
No, but given their past history with trying to screw with these points of power, these beers, it's definitely a pull for power. They're trying to throw things out of whack, it seems like, or give power to what they assume to be a god. But we need to not let them do that, because the last time that somebody messed with it, the tree did light on fire, apparently.
Okay, so we just try to take the two out and not try to mess with the power, the point of power.
There are, I believe, more than two people inside of the tree. It's just that the two people are the ones that were visibly, like, scouting, I guess, were like the ones that were just visibly outside.
Oh,
From what I know,
okay.
they're definitely doing something like base building. I don't know, maybe some sort of dungeon.
Sure. Well, when we get there, if you want, I could turn into like a spider and kind of look inside and see maybe how many of them there are.
Well, given that they have the one gnome with the magic eating abilities, it's probably not a far off guess that they might have other magical, like, senses, I would suppose.
True.
for the most part, subtlety is not our strong suit. We have tried, succeeded in some aspects, but what can you do, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, you know.
but I believe we should rest, recuperate any energies that may or may not have been lost because I may or may not have thrown a spell that got eaten. Who knows? No one.
Sure.
We'll never know.
What time of day is it? Is this accurate on the
Yes.
side here?
It
Okay,
is.
okay.
It is just afternoon. You guys have probably been
Okay,
chatting
yeah,
for like
sure.
5 minutes.
I do have a question on one of my spells, Rose.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second to. So, well, that probably wouldn't work. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Like, I'll just ask. I couldn't use, like, Hero's Feast and then take a long rest, right? It would have to be at the end of the long rest, I imagine.
It's a full 24 hours.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Hero's Feast lasts a full day.
Oh, okay, so we can do that.
Yep.
Okay, well, I can make you guys a nice meal so that we're all ready for after we take a little bit of a rest.
Wow,
So
that
it's
sounds great.
Okay, so whenever we're ready, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Hero's Feast,
Yeah, you
which
should.
essentially, I bring a great feast, including magnificent food and drink. Feast takes at least 1 hour to consume and disappears at the end of that time. And the beneficial effects don't take place until the hour is over. 12 creatures can partake in the feast, and you gain, you're cured of all diseases and poison. You become immune to poison and being frightened, and it makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage.
Nice. If you
Here.
click on the spell, you should be able to cast it, and it'll throw it up in chat for us. And then I should actually be able to apply
In
it.
D&D Beyond?
No, just if you double click your character, you on the right side of the character sheet, you should have a tab
Oh,
that
I
says
see it. I
spells.
see it. Okay. Yeah, that's easier than me reading all of it.
Yeah.
All right. Do I hit Create Feast?
Yeah.
All right. I spell.
Does say that you need a gem encrusted bowl, but I will let you have that. Oh, it does say it consumes the bowl when you cast the spell, though.
Okay. I understand now. I need to.
I would imagine that you would have something like that at this point, as like you probably prepared before you headed out.
Yeah.
So you'd have one of those. I'll let you cast this.
Okay. Now I'll be more careful to see what the components are.
No, you're good. I have a button that says I can refund to the resource for you. So if you ever do something that just doesn't work, we just undo it. No worries. So yeah, you put down this bowl and start doing a little ritual, and then this magnificent feast sprawls across one of the picnic tables on this little pavilion over this lake. As the cherry blossoms fall all around you, it's sort of like the beach episode of an anime where there's just all this food and everybody's having a good time. As you all get an hour of eating this magnificent feast that your new raccoon friend has put before you.
Make sure you eat too. Hypnos. I know it's just for fun, but it tastes really good, I promise.
And as you're all consuming this meal, why don't we go around and introduce the other members of the party that have been here for a while? I think last time I did it top to bottom, so this time I will do it bottom to top. So Valin would be first. Valin,
Yeah.
can you tell us about your character?
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Give me a moment. Someone else can go next.
Okay. I think Mika would be next then.
Hi, my name is Mika.
Hi.
Basically, I am a 3-foot mouse. Sure.
That's cool.
Hey, check out my teapot.
Whoa.
And the teapot is this little. It's like a living teapot, basically. It has like a little. Well, Rose could
That's
tell you exactly
cool.
what it looks like because it was Rose's, but
I can make food and you can make the tea.
yep. Would you like some tea?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna start setting up to make the tea. So
Do
then we see
you
the little guy walk
do you
around.
come from the Weald also? I know there's a lot of mouse folk that hang out in that area.
Mika, you would know that yes, you do come from the area that the people of Zelk refer to as the Alluring Weald.
Yes, I do.
That's where I'm from. I don't go out of there much, so it's kind of weird being out here, but
Oh, same. I'm not. Before all this, I wasn't. I didn't venture hardly outside of my area at all. But I knew I was built for it.
I wasn't so sure of it, but you know, Anur needed somebody to get Bay back, so I said, all right.
And then he did a backflip.
Sorry, I'm just figuring out all this stuff on here.
Alright. Valin, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready. Valencia bows down politely to their new friend. Hello, my name is Valen. I am a cleric of the new god Titan.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, which god?
Titan.
Oh yeah, okay.
Which a part of Titan was once RN before being reborn.
Mm-hmm.
And like Glenn is this fuck, one sec. She's about like 5'6". She's a female angel. Sorry, I had to correct there for a moment. With long, flowing blonde hair that is put up into a bun with like a little bit of uh braided hair on the side of her face. Um, on her left side sheath is Arin's arm, which she has had since the pretty much the beginning of her adventure to the frontier.
Um,
I am I am from the grand city of Zelk.
Oh, so we're kind of like neighbors.
Yeah, friendly neighbors.
um,
Yeah.
there's an
You should come over more and like ask for like dinner or something.
Sure. Now that I'm out of the forest, the world seems so big. So a little trip over to Zelk shouldn't be too bad.
there's an
It's a little run down there, but people are rebuilding it.
Well, it's okay. I heard some stuff happen there, so you can't, gotta look on the bright side.
Exactly.
There's an interesting mixed bag of iconography on Valin, where she does have several things on her that are like holy symbols of Arin. But she also has the symbols of this new god, Titan, which is very new. The people from the Weald might not even be aware that Titan exists yet.
Okay. Now, I don't know if I've heard of Titan. But I'm not picky on what gods people, pray to and all that, so I'm sure they're a great god.
I'm trying to learn everything as I can for this new god to be as best the service as I can be to the firm.
Your mic's getting a little garbly.
Oh, sorry. Do you want me to
Much
repeat
better.
that?
No,
Yeah.
that would be great.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't pray to many gods, but the ones I do, I just try my best.
Yeah, I mean, I've but she like catching herself like, okay, I'm like trying to figure out how to word this correctly without, I guess, being offensive, but like if if one god really cares about their followers, and they won't expect them to be perfect, to just do what they're able to.
Right.
Huh. Okay, thank you for the heads up that stuff isn't working. I will have to take a look at that later. I'll stop attempting to share them since they're deciding not to work. Okay. So, next would be Graveheart.
Graveheart is a tall avian, technically an Aarakocra, but he is a raven folk. Black feathers, black beak. Though you can't see his face, it is hidden behind a mask and a pair of goggles. The mask resembles like the Plague Doctor mask because of the shape of Graveheart's face. And he is wearing furs, and there is hanging at his side, there's a flail with what looks to be a star instead of a ball at the end of it.
Interesting.
And if you ever try to detect magic, you will definitely tell that the star is definitely magic. And he also has a shield made out of the scale of a Remoras.
Yes.
With thanks to a particular angelic being choosing to has the symbol of Arin on it, though
It was
Graveheart
Titan.
is definitely, huh?
It was Titan.
Oh, of Titan on it, though Graveheart is not a follower of Titan.
Yeah, they had the shield crafted, and Graveheart ended up getting it, but Valin had chimed into the blacksmith to put the holy symbol of Titan on it. So there's a big yin yang heart on Graveheart's shield.
That's cool. Oh yeah.
And that will bring us finally to Anakur.
Anakur is a nearly 7 foot tall dragonborn, gold dragonborn with gold metallic scales and amethyst purple eyes. He is wearing all you can really see of his clothing right now is he is wearing a duster that's kind of a bit muddy, like he may have just been trotting through a swamp perchance. And but besides that, he has his trusty owl. He has a ruby and copper monocle on
That's
his
cool.
left eye, and his he has a harp kind of dangling from a strap on his hip that has a faint magical hum to it, and there's a switch on the side of it that if Anakur flips it, the harp becomes a bow.
Whoa, that's cool.
And also on his hip is a rapier that is the handle of it looks similar to like a flower, like a rose almost, and that also has a different magical hum as if a different god is involved with the magic in that one. And it is a flame tongue rapier where I speak a phrase that I have chosen, and it lights the blade of the rapier on fire and gives it additional fire damage.
That's cool. That's do you know how to play any music?
Oh, you have come to the right place.
Well,
And
great, because
Anakur will start playing some kind of a jaunty tavern song to kind of get us in a happy mood as we're eating.
cool, awesome. Great, that's awesome. We got food, we got ale, we got tea, and we got music. That's great. Whatever that roll was, it was good.
Performance.
Oh, okay.
It says on the top of the roll, charisma, performance.
So
I
yeah,
see.
you all are having this wonderful meal. I'm sure it's a lot more like forest sort of themed, considering Meep's background and everything. I'm sure it's a lot of like berries, fresh wild
Yeah.
greens, honeycombs, freshly cooked game. Um, just fantastic. 10-star meal. As Anakur does this great performance, this energy sort of thrums in the clearing that you're in, and this sort of like vestige of Titan steps out. This glowing figure in the shape of what you've seen Titan to be as before, Valin and company. and it sort of like doesn't speak, but goes to each member of the party and hands you each a little gift.
Oh wow! I got my hands out like you see in like the little raccoon videos.
Thank you.
Anakor will nod and like kind of give a half bow in respect.
Alright, Meep, you have your item. Oop, I did not mean to
That's
do
the
that.
wind.
I tried to double click.
Giant Volind.
I, tr- I
We can
tried to
surely
double
burn
click
the
and I
tree
clicked
down
it.
now.
It's my turn to be a god.
Lord Almighty. Did that make it over?
Oh.
This is nice.
Oh.
Alright. Valyn has her item.
Thank
Oh,
you.
it's so hard to read.
Alright, Mika, yours says that it is a spear, but they are ammunition, they're arrow.
Okay.
I'm just gonna copy it for get 2, 4, 5. Okay. I'm just gonna rename them so that they do. And this is the items that you all got for the viewers hitting our community goal.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, viewers.
We love you guys.
I'm a dexterous little raccoon man now.
Yeah, it didn't seem right that you were a raccoon and your dexterity was so low.
Sometimes they're clumsy.
Alright, Mika, you should now have 5 very powerful arrows. Alright, Graveheart, you should now have your item. And then the last person that this vestige turns to is Anakur. And like this thing takes shape as like this like vestige like dissipates. It like forms into the item in Anakur's hands as you get your instrument from Titan. The crystal strung Titan slab battle axe, which is an axe that is also a guitar.
Whoa.
That is cool.
Mumu says, "It was over half me." Mwahaha. You're welcome. I am a god.
Anakor is gonna
Love
take
you.
the X guitar in hand, and I don't know how does deattuning from like can I just like magically deattune something? Like
Yeah.
how does, because I know attuning you have to like use the item for like 10 minutes. So do I just be like unattuned and I'm not anymore?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Anakor is going to pull out his Orin's pan flute, and he is going to like close his eyes and like put his head to it and say thank you to it, and then he's going to put it back into his bag of holding where he got it from, and he is going to then proceed to start to slowly pluck on the strings of the guitar, getting a little bit used to them before, like, because he knows it's not a harp, it doesn't play the same. It's a strings or strings, but it doesn't sound the same. It feels different in his hands. But he then starts to kind of lean just into the feel of it, get used to the feel of having a neck of something in his hand, using both of his hands for both holding, and one for holding notes, one for strumming, as compared to a harp, you use both kind of interchangeably. And he's going to start to play a bit of a rock, like a similar to like a rock ballad.
Wow, it's already in tune. That's awesome.
That's interesting.
I
And
don't think I really have space to question where I get things anymore.
and I'm sure given enough time, it will become obvious that this particular guitar is enchanted to always be in tune.
Whoa. No more tuning is really good on the warm-ups. I only hit a
I've got
log with a
fire in my
stick.
heart. I've got fire in my heart and in my lungs. I don't need a warm up.
Hell yeah.
But you all take your hour to enjoy the feast and gain the benefits of the feast. If you all want to take a long rest to recover everything, that's 7 more hours, so it'd be about 8 p.m. when you guys would get rolling to hunt this guy down.
Hey Rose, how would you just describe the wing band on my character? Like, is the armor like there's a piece of like armor on each single wing strand of feather?
So the wing bands are like little clasped rings that you put at like various points along the like bone of the wing, that like they imbue the like muscles in your wings with the strength to have the permanent fly speed. They're like little brassy golden rings with pearlescent gems on them and some sphenes.
That's really pretty.
Yeah. The mask ring charm that was given to Meep, it looks like a little hand, like that like holds on to your tail. Each of the fingers has a ring on it, and each ring has a different gem on it, and they like are all of the colors of the rainbow.
It is inevitable.
The bracers given to Graveheart they look like they're made out of obsidian and lapis, and the inside is very soft, like it's lined with silk or velvet or something, and they project various tools into Graveheart's hands as they do various tasks. For whatever task Graveheart's trying to do, can make a fishing pole, butchering knives, things like that. And also allows you to do lock picking. It counts as thieves' tools. Mika's arrows are these like they're not like big, but they're larger than her normal arrows, and the end has what looks like a big rock on it that like glows through like the craggy cracks in the rock. This like yellow energy like pulsates inside, and you feel like if you shoot something with this arrow, it is not gonna like it. And then Oniker's guitar is this battle axe that like the blade of the axe is like the like base of the guitar. It has like a cragged, rocky look to the blade of the axe. Like the blade is made out of rock, but sharpened to a point, and enchanted to not dull. The cracks, like of that, sort of thrum with the same energy that you see in Mika's arrows, and then the strings on this guitar look like they're made out of like uh, um, quartz or something, sort of like shiny clear stone, but still work as like guitar strings somehow. And then the stalk of the axe is like this really well polished cherry wood.
That's cool.
And that's the Titan's Trove. Thank you again, viewers. I hope everybody likes the items.
I love it.
Oh, they look great.
That's awesome.
As
When is the-
you look over to me, I am out. I am completely asleep. I'm just like laying on my back with my arms to my sides. Like I've grown up in like a pretty like peaceful area, so I'm not like defensive of how I sleep at all. I'm just like laying back, chilling, and I'm already asleep.
Well, Anna's gonna do something that she's been wanting to do forever. Thanks to her new wing band, she like immediately shoots up into. You said it was nighttime, hun?
It's after you guys finish the feast and have just received your items. It's about 1:15 p.m.
1:15 p.m. Yeah, she like shoots up into the sky, and then like puts her hands behind her head and kind of just like leans back to where she's like if there was water, she'd be like floating on the surface as like she relaxed with the clouds and clouds overhead the sun.
Your wings still work like normal wings. You can't Superman fly on your back or anything.
Like I imagine like she closing her eyes, but her wings are like still flapping.
Okay. So yeah, you still fly in the same way that Graveheart flies, where you float up and like fly up and like glide on currents and things. And it probably takes you a second to get used to it. But as long as you're not like straining yourself with it, yeah, you're able to fly around and test out your wings as you take your long rest.
Yes.
Encore flies up on Hypnos and goes, ooh, and then goes.
I will say that one thing that I did fail to mention is that when this group did ride into town, Meep, Valin was riding a unicorn, which is just as legendary in this world as it is in the real world.
That's awesome.
She keeps trying to dress it up.
Yes.
Yeah, it's wearing a circlet right now with an opal.
That's nice.
Oh no, Daniel, you just gave me more ideas.
Oh god. Did anybody want
Are you gonna tattoo a cutie mark on it?
No!
Oh god.
I give someone a unicorn and they're like, I need to ruin this. Anyway, Did anyone have anything else that they wanted to do during your rest?
I'm writing a message to my gnome friend Bubbles.
Yeah, what did you want to say to Bubbles?
I'll just throw it in chat. I'm not going to be secret about this.
Okay. And I'll just let you know what he responds with.
You know, trying to type on a keyboard that has a shitty space bar, and now I have no spaces between any of the words that I've been typing.
So, like ancient writing.
Yeah, it gets past the 25 word rule if I make the entire sentence one word.
Oh, so you gotta go hide and listen.
I think those are called emotes now.